Yo, K.R.I.T is here. Yo, my name is Black. Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna give you my breakdown, my review of K.R.I.T, Big K.R.I.T's latest album, K.R.I.T is here. I've been a big fan of Big K.R.I.T since his mixtape K.R.I.T was here back in 2010. Over the past year, Big K.R.I.T been teasing us with these short EPs, TDT. And so I was finally excited when he was announcing this album, K.R.I.T is here, which is supposed to be a sequel to K.R.I.T was here of 2010. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm not a big fan of sequels when it comes down to music. I can't even tell you the last time I heard a sequel to an album that I really liked or lived up to the original version of it. I can't think of any. Anyway, as a big K.R.I.T fan, I was excited to hear some new Big K.R.I.T. Now, this is a big deal for me because K.R.I.T was here. When I first heard that album back in 2010, it gave me goosebumps. That was the first mixtape I heard in a long time that it gave me the chills, you know. It spoke to me. I'm a Southern hip hop type of guy, so you know, my first album I bought with my own money was Outkast ATLiens back in 1996. So, you know, I come from that era, you know, from Outkast to Get 'Em Mob, Dungeon Family, 8Ball MJG, UGK, Play Out Fly. So when I heard Young Krizzle, you know what I'm saying, coming through with K.R.I.T was here and coming with those same vibes, I immediately fell in love with it. Like, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. And oh yeah, and shout out to Big Son, man, cause his homie Big Son is on that mixtape too. K.R.I.T was here, and I believe signed to his label, man. And Big Son did not get enough credit. It's not Big Saint, it's Big Son, and he's dope. I don't know why them boys haven't done an album together yet and hit the road. I don't know why they're playing. And shout out to Big Son. Actually, I missed him on this current album, K.R.I.T is here. I saw him in the video for K.R.I.T is here. So I was like, okay, Son's still around, but why he ain't on the album? But you know, whatever. That's a different story for a different day. So leading up to this album, K.R.I.T is here. First thing I heard was Here, the first single from the album. And I was like, okay, this is cool, you know, whatever. Then I saw the cover. The cover didn't wow me, you know what I'm saying? And that was only because K.R.I.T is known for having some real dope covers. So like one of my favorite covers from him is Return of Forever, which is a classic mixtape from him. Like, that's some dope work. So, and to me, and the reason I make a big deal out of this, because usually the cover kind of gives the vibe of the album. Yeah, so I seen the cover, I was like, okay, you know, I guess, you know, whatever. Not bad, but you know, whatever. Actually, the mural project, his marketing mural campaign that he has going on, to me, any of those would make better covers than the cover that he has out now, in my opinion. Yeah, so after hearing Here and seeing the cover, he released Addiction right before the album dropped. And I'm not a big fan of K.R.I.T radio records, but this one went hard. Like, everything about that record came out perfect to me. That was like a perfect record. Like, so when the album finally dropped, I was like, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and this comes from a big K.R.I.T fan, you know what I'm saying? Upon first listen of the album, it wasn't a bad album to me. It just didn't wow me. I don't know. I know how I felt. I just felt like something was off, something was missing from the album. And I really, at the time, I really couldn't put a finger on it, you know? Now, the album has some gems on there, like Learn from Texas, loved it, you know what I mean? Energy, love it, love it, love it, love it. Love Energy. I would listen on repeat every day. Addiction, like I say, dope. It's a dope record. Mississippi, the last track, is a dope record. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of the last song, Section 80 with Kendrick, and Ab Soul was on the song, and it was really dope. I don't know if y'all remember that or not.
But it's elixir, before they crop us out the picture. I never seen a crop circle, but I seen cops circle the block. I plug squares, but I swear one day I'ma stop, my nerves itch. On the brink of my career, when my peers struggle for employment. Can you hear these screams? I'm sad like I'm finna made 1, 2, 3, 4 grams and a fifth of Hennessy.
Maybe I come up with something for some of that shit though. Yeah. Double it down, I work it around, I'm making it happen. I've been snapping, What you doing, that ain't rapping. That's how I cap it. put a cap on it.
But same type of vibe, still dope. And of course, Prove It with J. Cole. So I mean, he had some dope records throughout the album. So you know, like I said, not a bad album. It just didn't wow me at all. So overall, this wasn't my favorite K.R.I.T album. Like I thought his last big album, Forever It's a Mighty Long Time, was a better album overall. And that was impressive considering that's a I guess you call it a 2-disc album per se. So I was talking to friends about this, trying to figure out like, you know, well, I'm not drawing, like what's missing from this album, what it was. So a homeboy of mine, shout out to the homie Rex, he sent me some interviews from that K.R.I.T recently did with the Breakfast Club, and he did one with Beehive from 107.9. Shout out to Beehive. Beehive is a great interviewer. I like his interviews. He come off very conversational, personable, and it is a great, it don't sound like a typical media press run, you know? So anyway, K.R.I.T was explaining what he was trying to do with the album.
Last year, maybe a year and a half ago, I was on a panel that Rico Love had his music conference.
Yeah.
Me, Rico, and Mace.
Yeah.
In front of like 500 people. Rico was like, yo, K.R.I.T, you doing a disservice to all your supporters.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you're not taking your music all the way there. Like I wanna see you with the Kendricks and the Coles, bro. You're not, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That underground cool, but nah, bro. And so I was like, you know what, bro? I bet I'm up for the challenge. It worked. And so literally, it's like we got in the studio and we worked, man. And there was a lot of records recorded. And the OG was all about, look, if we gonna do a record, let's make it as big as possible. You know, like we can make records, we can do that all day, but man, whatever we do, we need to be the one.
After hearing what he had to say, it made perfect sense. The album made perfect sense. So after watching the interview, the next day I popped the album back in the car, you know, to give it another listen, and it sounded much better. You know, the album sounded much better. I guess I get it now, you know? Yeah, so I get what he was going for. You know, it made sense. But I think what it was for me, I think personally, that he just made a mistake of the name of the album, K.R.I.T is Here. Because memory, music connects to your memory, you know? So you give a name like that. Ooh, excuse me, what was that? All right, anyway. You can't give a name, K.R.I.T is Here, a title like K.R.I.T is Here, because immediately I'm thinking K.R.I.T was here. And your album sounds completely different. And he only produced one song on his album, so it really did not sound like a K.R.I.T record. But I see that what he was going for now. So I kind of wish he could have gave it another name like Live from the Overground, you know, to the Underground. I don't know. So, you know, that's just my personal opinion. I think it helped me. I think I would have digested the album differently, knowing this, you know. So anyway, and throughout his interviews, I'm noticing he get a lot of comparisons to Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, and rightfully so, because they came out that same class of artists, and of course, you know, Big KRIT is not widely known as Kendrick or J. Cole, even though I think he should be. Honestly, even though J. Cole is really hot right now, I mean, verse after verse of pure hotness. Overall, I always thought KRIT had a better catalog. Like, I'll pop in a KRIT album much faster than I would a Cole album. I think KRIT is a better producer than Cole. But I think some of that goes in, I think part of that is because of KRIT lack of success, you know what I mean? So, and you know, and then speaking on success, I think a lot of people think success means money, and that's not the case at all. I think KRIT is very successful. I mean, hell, he's doing what he loves full time. He's doing his thing. He got a big fan base. He's on the road. I mean, what's better than that? 'Cause at the end of the day, that's all we really want to do, right? Just do what we love and get paid for it. But I think his lack of commercial success made him a better rapper. I think lack of commercial success made him a better producer. Perfect example with K.O.D. I have a very unpopular opinion about K.O.D. I thought the album was lacking because of Cole's production. I think he needed features, and the iron sharpens iron, and his production was kind of lacking. But with KRIT, I've seen growth in his production, and not saying, like, KRIT always been dope. He always been a dope rapper. He always been a dope producer. That's why I love KRIT was here. But I can hear the growth over the years, you know, especially with Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. the production on that was just awesome. I mean, I loved it. It sounded polished and grown, you know? So, yeah, so in a sense, I'm kind of glad he didn't blow up like Kendrick and Cole, because I don't think we had a rapper K.R.I.T that we had today, you know? Because by him having something to prove, it made him a better artist overall. But, you know, like he said, that was his name states, you know, King Remember in Time. So he may not get his flowers right now, you know, he may get them later. But I think eventually he's gonna get them. I mean, cause he definitely deserves it. So yeah, but now, I mean, I like the album a lot better now. And I'm not making excuses for K.R.I.T, you know, as a fan. I'll just be honest, cause like, you know, sometimes an interview or even a music video can change how I take in a person's art. I mean, because some songs I hear, I hate it, and then I might see music video for it and love it. It makes sense to me. Yeah, so it all comes down to the way, you know, album is pushed and marketed and everything. But yeah, but this K.R.I.T album is definitely worth a listen. It's a dope album to add to his catalog. I still love to hear a pure sequel to K.R.I.T was here with his own production, because I know what he's trying to do with this album, and I think he did a great job with it. I mean, he hopped on other people's production and he owned it. I mean, he really did. But I still miss K.R.I.T's production. I'm a big fan of his production work. I know it may sound a certain type of way, but I love it. So yeah, man, definitely check out K.R.I.T Is Here. It's a dope album. I look forward to seeing K.R.I.T later on this year, hopefully on the road when he go back on tour. Dope records, Learn from Texas, classic work to me. Energy, classic. Prove It, classic. Mississippi, classic. Here, I mean, it's a lot of dope records on that album. I'm still digesting the album even now, because the album just came out. So I can't sit here and lie to you and say I did fully digest the album. I get a different experience from it every time I listen to the album. So definitely shout out to K.R.I.T for dropping another dope album. We had a lot of great albums this year. But anyway, thank you for watching this, and until next time, I'm out.